Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to continue on with the steering wheel install on the Forester. Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the post notification bell to stay up to date with these projects. Got a lot more coming up, but in this episode, we're going to be playing around with the clock springs. Let's do it. Alright guys, so we're going to try to finish up the steering wheel install. So I need to deal with the clock springs. So the original one has 3 wires going in and the 2 airbag ones, and the B4 one has 4 wires and the 2 airbags. So let's get the B4 one and bring it out to the table. Whew. Alright. Where is it? Here it is. But you guys like the steering wheel, so just trying to make it work. Alright guys, so we've got both clock springs, got both steering wheels here, and let's see if we can make this work. Let's look at the wiring on the stock one. So we've got the wiring here. Now we have the horn, which is the green with a black stripe. Green with a black stripe. Over here, the horn is the green with the red. And then we have the other 2, which go into the cruise control. I've removed the cruise control, which was an aftermarket. Now we have a black, blue and a white. So we have 4 wires, we have 3 wires. So we need to get this one to work on the Forester. This is too long, and obviously when we go to wire it in, these wires will look like they are cruise control. So pretty much we need to de-pin this so that if I touch these buttons, it won't think cruise control is coming on. However, cruise control is activated by a switch to the right of the steering wheel. So that won't actually do anything until that button is pushed, and honestly, I can't remember the last time I used cruise control, so I might as well just delete that. Alright, so figured out that we need to swap over the plug for the airbag, so we need to de-pin and re-pin. We don't want to cut and solder, and I need to see if I can work out something with the clock spring. Let's have a look at the clock spring. So I'm going to be pulling apart the B4 one, mainly because if I stuff this one up, I can still go back to my stock steering wheel. And this doesn't fit anyway, so if I can change this over, I can change it over. Alright, so I just popped this section off. As you can tell, it's a lot different. And if you didn't know, there's a ribbon in there of wire. So this obviously has 5 in the ribbon, that one has 6. So you can't really change anything around. The main thing I want to see if I can change is this center section. See the white bit? Because that's what actually attaches to the column part. So I'm going to see if I can pop that section off the B4 one. Alright guys, so I popped that center section off. Good news is, once you pop that off, it comes apart. And there's the ribbon in there. So I'm going to pop this back in. It's pretty easy to pop out. And I'm going to take this tape off and have a look if I can change the internals from that one to this one with some modifications. Alrighty guys, so for now I'm going to de-pin the B4 one, just this clip here. I'm going to de-pin that and pin it onto the Forester one to here. Yeah, so we have the same coloured wires running through, except for a black one. Black one comes from the buttons. So we might be able to earth it out onto here. Well, there was an earth on here, so I might try that, but it's going to be quite easy to get to, so I'm just going to leave that off for now. I won't pin it. Hopefully the pins are the same and they can just pop out and slide in. Alright guys, I have given up trying to de-pin these connectors. I'm just going to cut it because they do match up with the colours on that one, so we're going to have a little pigtail of the black one, which is not on here, and once I find out what it is, obviously I'm going to tape it off so it can't connect to anything. I think it might be an earth. Obviously black is normally an earth, but we'll work that out and I'll let you know hopefully in this episode. So I'm just going to cut and solder, and yeah, we'll get the original clock spring back in. So we haven't played around with the airbags at all. However, coming into this connection back here is different. That one there is the horn, and these two went to the cruise control, but yeah, they will be shifters. So yeah, like I said before, cruise control doesn't activate until I push the button, so if I never push the button these won't activate, but I probably will want to find out if they do anything. Probably just blow fuses. Anyway, let's cut this and solder. Alright, so I've cut them at different lengths, so the solder is going to be at different spots, not all next to each other. So pretty much what I'm going to do is just flip this around. You can see they all match up. The long black one here, and I'm actually going to give it a bit more. So we'll start at that length and work our way up with the 15mm difference. Easy. Alright, there we go. Staggered. So now we need to strip these and solder them together. So guys, the reason why I've done it like this is later on down the track, if I do come across a Subaru clock spring that actually works properly for this, then we've got the connection, and the one on the actual steering wheel has been touched, so the steering wheel should work as it should, whereas this can just be yeeted into the bin and the new one installed and work properly. But we won't find that out until it's all back in, so let's crack on and do it. Alright guys, so I found some heat shrink, which is that black stuff there. I've kind of pushed as far away from the joint as I can. So I'm going to twist these on. Got the soldering iron there warming up, and then we'll solder them together. Bring the heat shrink over it and shrink it. Alright guys, so I'm just going to be doing one at a time, just so I don't have too much heat around the heat shrink, and I can bring it over and heat it up and then move on to the next one. Alright guys, all done. So all heat shrinked, and then I wrapped it in electrical tape, keep it all together, and just kept the black one apart, taped off the end, curled it around, taped it off, and just taped it to the loom as well. So I'm going to rotate this to the right, then come back 2.5 turns. That should be the middle, and go put it back on. Alright, clock spring is in. We are connected under the dash. So while I'm here, not this episode, maybe even off screen, I don't know, I'll clean up the wiring down there, which I've been meaning to do for so long. Might also pull the barrel out, because the light in there is, I think it might be one of the problems with my interior lighting. So yeah, another episode we'll deal with that. So that's been full lock to the right, back 2.5, so it should be centered, and let's get the wheel on. Alright, wheel is on. Let's get the nut on, and I'll ugga-dugga that on. So hopefully next time this is coming off, it is to redo these sections to have carbon fibre on those parts. What do you guys think? Carbon fibre? These bits aren't too bad. And also, this is different to most other ones because of this section here. As you can tell from last episode how the pad was too short on the original one. It's because of the buttons. I know we're going to be playing with these all the time. Let's finish this up. Alright guys, it's officially on. Feels good. Alright boys, it's actually pretty late, so I'm not going to test it. I'll test it tomorrow. when I'm playing around down here. So I'll turn it on and stand back, make sure the airbag doesn't explode. It shouldn't. I haven't played with any of the wires for the airbag, just for the horn. So as long as the horn works, I'm happy. Like I said many times, cruise control's over here, so that button needs to go on before these might play up. I don't know yet, but yeah, all back on, nice and tight. The T30 bolts are back in the side as well, so we are ready to drive as soon as under here is cleaned up. So guys, I'm going to wrap this one up here. If you enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the post notification bell to stay up to date with the build. So we should have some more parts coming for the Foz tomorrow. Yeah, special delivery. Only one person knows. That's you, Rick. So don't tell anyone. But yeah, we did get another delivery. It's a catalytic converter, so I'm going to put that in the car. Hopefully that stops the stink, and yeah, makes it a bit more legal, so the police don't smell me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next episode. Bye.